Well, hello. Oh my God. Today we got the December. I have to look, hang on. December the 10th we got. December the 10th. And God, it has been a long time. I have really not posted since June, July maybe. Well, there's one or two flying videos went up, but it didn't feel right. I must say, in June something terrible happened to my dog. She died in a 24 hours. She got a sunstroke outside, a heat stroke. I tried to cool her down. I worked with her for 24 hours, wind, fan, water, douches, everything. And she passed away the next day. And that sort of slowed me down for quite a, even now. I feel guilty, my God. I don't know how it happened. How can she was outside. She could have been in the shade, lay in the shade of the house. Her water dish was full. That shouldn't have happened. Maybe it was because of her age. I mean, I did get her when she was 10, 11, and she lived a year and a half with me. And apparently for a northern dog, this is not a bad... It's there about life expectancy is 12 years or something. Well, look, I'm still feeling very bad. This took me for a loop. And I say this because a few people actually wrote me how they like my dog. They probably missed the video where I informed everybody that she is not anymore. And well, sorry, but this just still feels very raw. And I think I have in my mind decided I will not get another dog, simply because it's just, I'm getting too old to have a dog. I cannot guarantee the dog full exercise as it deserves. I kept my mind open and I left the word out there. If anybody has in my age, who has an animal, if you need to go to a hospital for a long term, if you need to go to a home and you cannot take this animal with you, I will give it its last home. This animal can stay with me for the end of his days. Something in my age, I assume they're not quite as crazy as a puppy would be, that I could handle. I have a great place outside, a great enclosed place. Well, we will see. Never mind. Let this go past. This is. It still feels bad to me. Other than that, pandemic has taken me a little bit for a loop. I decided to try to work on coming back from it because it's just. I got to do something to come out of it. I had the feeling first I will not, for example, I wanted to stop doing my flying. I didn't feel like flying this year either because leaving the house was something I did not really want to do, and just to fly around here, I did a few flights, but it's not quite as entertaining as it could be. But something happened on the way to the forum. No, something happened with my favorite drone, the DJI-2. I think you all heard my comments about this is the drone to have. And I noticed some problems with my left arm of the DJI, this arm. And I could not turn this lightly anymore. It was very much blocking, very hard, and it didn't take off automatically when I pushed it. This stopped it from turning smoothly. I had to start it manually, then it came. And when I flew just 100 meters away, it wanted to land all the time. So I knew that was a problem. I needed to do something. I tried to fix it, I worked with it, and then I ordered a new arm from China, and it came 3-4 weeks later. But by then, I had fixed the problem. I assume what I did was the right thing. I added a vacuum cleaner hose and sucked a few times, and all of a sudden it went back to normal. Now, since it took 3-4 weeks for the arm to get here, I decided halfway through I will buy a new Mavic Mini 2. Because this one eventually will just get stuck somewhere, I get lost, maybe fall in the water. It will, I didn't think it would self-repair itself. So I have now 2 Mavic 2s. The moment this arrived, 2 days later, I got on the side of... Oh, and the problem is, I also want to show you another problem that was developing with the Mavic 2, and I think I told everybody this. Hang on. Is I will have to make sure you get this the full fun of it. If you see the flashing on this drone, about 6 green flashes, and then you will have 2 red flashes. And this time you will be seeing it more easily than outside in the sunlight. And now we're back to green flashes. This is very confusing. I thought my machine was broken down. So, well, that was my problem, a big problem, because I was sure there is something that is really detrimental for the positioning of the drone. And that's why I bought the second drone. My big surprise, when it came, I got all excited, got it all connected, flew up high, 6 green, 2 red. Same thing. Now I realized it wasn't my drone that had a problem. And I figured out the problem is I'm in an entranceway for the airport where the plane approach and take off. And I'm on the end of it. Here is a limit of my height. I'm allowed to fly is 150 meters. After that, it's for the incoming and exiting planes. Which is no problem, because in Canada, I'm only allowed to fly 100, 110 meters high. That's the maximum height you're allowed as a drone pilot. So no conflicts there. But I didn't know that DJI, in its infinite wisdom, put an alarm system together to make you not forget you're in one of those areas. Which is a smart thing to do, but if you deal with non-smart people, well, then there is a problem. But another funny thing is, I think I told you, it hasn't arrived yet, but I know it's on the way. I got an offer from DJI in China on a special deal. They wanted to clean out their warehouses, and I got to buy a full Fly More Combo Mini 2 for $98 American. And they offered me a Mavic Air 2 for the same price. So I bought those 2 drones. They're on the way, apparently. Unless they scooped me there and I got cheated out of my money. That could be too. That's about $230. But I got confirmation from the Canadian Postal Office that they are waiting for those 2 packages to arrive. They have been announced. They are sent from Guangzhou. Guangzhou is the old canton near Hong Kong. And that's where they have departed, I assume, on a slow boat or whatever. I remember the olden days when I bought all my helicopters from China. It took up to 2 months sometimes to arrive here. So, well, we will see. This is one thing. This is why I'm going back next year into flying full time. I also need to get out for... I need to socialize a little bit more. I need to put myself out there. I have a hard time deciding to go shopping even. But once I'm in the car, I'm excited because it feels good. So I'm forcing myself. Next year, I will do another winter of solitude here, no problem. Because I will see how this new version of the virus will develop. And then next year, I will be going full out to get more social, not the contact with people, but I will drive to places, fly again, use my plane, my drones. I have basically really good equipment now. And, well, have some fun again, try to get some gusto back into my life. That is my near future plans. Now I will show in a few minutes, I will show you a cut together from the last 4, 5, 6 months. Things happened. You will see my dog in one of those shots. My dog is still there because Marielle's brother and brothers helped me fix the entrance to my veranda, which was very, very dangerous for me. And they did a beautiful job. Now I have an easy access to the veranda, which is a perfect place to fly my drones from. It's landing, departure, and I'm all closed in. Perfect place. Well, and this will be that. I hope now myself, I hope to all of you, you're in good health. Forgive me that I wasn't really uploading anything, but it didn't feel right. And to be honest, I didn't make myself too much stress about it. I'm doing this for fun, I'm doing this for me. And if some people enjoy watching my videos, well, so that's wonderful for me. But I'm not doing this for clicks or for anybody's enjoyment. It's for me a memory. In a few years back, I can look back at this time in my life and see what happened and so on. It's more, and also my family in Germany, they have a bit more input into my life to see how I live here. So that's why I'm doing it, and now I'm starting to pick up the little bit the feeling I should do it again. Now the video that will follow after this talking, it is almost like, I think it's 20 minutes and more, so if you get bored, well, just have a nice Christmas, bye-bye, and if not, I wish you my best Christmas wishes on the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm feeling, by the way, I'm feeling really much better. After my operation, my pain is completely gone. I'm starting to lose weight. I have a new medication that actually helps me lose weight against diabetes, so it's doing well. I'm lost about 30 pounds, 35 pounds by now. And this without dieting, so I'm quite happy with this. And let's see where it takes me. Enjoy the video. Well, hello. I came up with an idea just as a try. I made a half of a reset of normal white bread. After it rise, I cut it in 4. Let it rise a bit more on here. And then I will try to see if it would work to do bread in this one. Oh, it seems to work. So just a quick thing, full heat, 10-12 minutes, and in a few minutes we will see how that worked out. And there are the buns already cooked, and the eating will be done in a few seconds. And I'm using this one day totally free of sport to go and pick up finally the bacon I was supposed to pick up 4 or 5 months ago, but well, traveling wasn't really advised and so on, so I waited. Right now, lots of tourists on the road, although we have to still be very careful. I have my second dose of vaccination, but I think people are maybe acting a little bit too freely. I don't know. Arrived at home. I came here. This is the result. I bought 11. I will give Marielle one. I promised her a good bacon. So this will be for Marielle. Rest for me for a whole year's supply of good German type, European type bacon. And I am making a meatloaf. I cleaned the turkey the other day and I cut all the fat, all the skin of the turkey. And I had some pork. I mixed one half pork with all the leftover turkey crab. And I made a sort of a German Fleischkäse. And I think it looks delicious. It will be just the taste is delicious. I ate quite a lot raw already. I must say, I think I left it in just a little bit too long. It went up in the last few minutes a bit too much because the heat was too high. It was supposed to be up to 76 and it's now 86 degrees. I think I screwed up, but hopefully it still tastes delicious. Well, I have to show you this because this is the result of my meat flash case. Now it's a bit softer than I like it, but it worked out beautifully. It rose high to heights I did not expect, and I put too much heat, so it's separated in the middle a bit. But me putting it back into the bag here, cooling down, it sort of seared together again. Not today's weekend, it's Friday today. Every year during this time, the lobsters come on the market, and I usually buy 3, maybe 4, and then I have to go again because I realized I should have bought more. Today I went and I bought myself 6 lobsters. I will cook them all, 3, maybe 4. I eat hot today, and the rest will be for eating cold tomorrow or day after. I have my second day of lobster attack. I decided to buy 6 more lobsters. I cooked the last 2 here. Those are already cooked and boiled. The price right now is $7.77 a pound, which is probably one of the better prices this year. Around 7, should be not lower than that. Well, and then I had some friend, the brother from Marielle, my ex, and her 2 brothers helped me because I had a very breakable, very dangerous steps going up to my veranda. And it got so dangerous that I'm quite unsure with my steps anyway. I was worried I would get injured or hurt. So I asked them if they would build me a new ramp, and they were happy to help me out. And usually they do such a brilliant job. And this time I also told them buy the expensive wood, buy the water pressure treated wood, because then it will. My veranda on the side has lasted perfectly. I have to repaint it, but other than that, just perfect. Stone blade in front of the steps filled up all the holes my dog made me for winter sleeping in there. Fill this up, soil or sand or something. What do you say, puppy? It's nice, huh? Yes. Yes. I asked him to put this there so puppy doesn't decide to do a jump over the fence. And this is how it looks. It turned out just beautiful. And now I can go out, fly by drone from my veranda easily and safely. And it was strange to see my dog still there alive. It still hurts. Oh well. But this is the job they did. It's beautiful. Of course, now you will see it a bit later. I painted it and it looks great. If you look at my roof, you will see my roof is getting quite bad. So last year, I got in touch with a guy who does change the roofs for people. And you will see his work. He will come for 2 days to do my roof. And it's just great job. He did it very reasonable. Well, I expected it to be much more expensive than what he charged me for. And now I did some painting. I painted also my door from the garage. Was getting very weather worn. So I changed that. I changed the side door also. That was having some trouble. And I painted this new. It makes it look just more clean immediately. I painted the inside from my entrance from the chalet. That was getting very weather worn from my boots. Well, there is some work has been done on my property by this tractor to, well, just some upgrading from the road. You will see a few shots of them doing that. There he is doing it. This is to make a turnaround possible, even widening the road here. They asked permission from the owners of me and from them, my neighbor, to be able to widen the road so they have a place to turn around the fire truck in case they have to fix a fire here. And that's why they took out some soil here and they replaced it with some hard rock to ensure that it will not sink in wet condition, the truck will not get stuck. I of course agreed with it because having a functioning firefighting system helps me also. So I lost my little corner here, still my corner, I can still park on it, but no more grass. Well, I have to cut less grass, that's all there is to it. But yeah, it's done. Not much I can say about it. I don't want to stand in the way of safety of people. So. And this is now the big picture how my roof looks. You know, I found every spring in the last 2-3 years, I found 1 or 2 of those pieces on the ground. The storm took it away. So they came in one day to set up the scaffolding, and they did actually the whole roof finished in one day. And the next day they just came to pick up all the work and clean the outside. That was it. It was a brilliant job, taking much less time than I thought. And well, this is just when it started. I figured I'd take a picture of the conditions before. Now you see the material there. And yeah, quite. They actually came, the delivery from the material came with sort of a little crane thing. They delivered it right on top of the roof, which was astounding to me. I didn't know they do it this way. But this guy has done a brilliant job. Just brilliant. I was quite impressed. I did not expect it to go that well. And like I said, I think I'm sure it was extremely reasonable. But it feels good to have another 20-year protection, because I don't think I will live 20 more years. So when I'm dead, I don't give a shit if there's a hole in the roof again. That's out of my thing. That's my last roof I ever make. But he also insisted of taking away the chimney on top and replacing it with a new modern style of chimney. He said the other one, that's where I had a few times water coming through. He said it's just people don't build like this anymore. So he bought a new one and he put the new one up, which I'm quite happy with. I like it when people care with their jobs. Well, he had one helper. I asked him if he wants a helper. He said, oh, if I don't mind. So he bought a helper with him. Maybe that's why it took only one day, because it's one person is doing it, the other one is... I'm still amazed how quickly he did that. I remember me and 2 brothers of 3 people of Maria's family. They did it once before when we bought this place, and it took almost a week. But then they were not roof builders, right? It's amazing how much faster a job can be done when you have some professionals doing it. My God. And he actually estimated it would take this one day. Quite something. Well, I'm actually happy I took this video. It's great to have those little drones. You can get, look, this is the finished roof. This is my new chimney up there. I had him take out my satellite dish because I'm not using it anymore for many years. Why have it standing there? So he asked me, should I put it back? I said, no, it's not necessary. And yeah. Well, don't know what to say. This is the new type of aeration I have for the roof. This is for humidity to escape from under the roof. But he did a really good job, I must say. Impressive. put a lot of pitch around the chimney. Yeah, this is my next shop. I have a guy coming by to check my chimney and redo the chimney a bit, so it's usable again for fire. At the moment, I shouldn't have a fire in the house. The fire department has advised me that they don't find it safe at the moment to use my chimney. So I will have a guy look at it and maybe bring it up to snuff again next year. Well, I'm happy all those things are done. Feels more relaxed going into the winter, knowing that my roof can stand up to some weather. Well, hello. It's coming, fall is coming. I'm about to prepare my place for winter. And also, I'm making some ham, smoked ham. I haven't taken out my smoker. I haven't used them for a few years, so it'll be interesting to see how it works out. Well, I'm putting the first bowl of smoked chips in. It's going very well. I don't remember my smoker working so efficient. Turn the meat around a bit. We are a good hour and a half into smoking. It's doing very well. Temperature of the meat is perfect, not too hot. And yes, it's working very, very good. Again, it's going very, very well. I'm trying to increase the heat now, so to partially pre-cook the meat. I will have to put it later in the sous vide in a vacuum packed plastic bag and put it in hot water to a certain temperature. And the other one I will do in the oven. Just added some in here to get more fire going. It is going very, very well. But happy. Yeah, I'm doing good so far. I think I will do more stuff with this for today. It is October the 10th, and I'm gonna work on checking how that turned out, my little smoke experience yesterday. Okay. Oh my God! It looks freaking delicious, doesn't it? Oh my God, the smell is just, oh, putting this as a hot thing in sauerkraut. Oh, unbelievable. Well, I'm quite happy with my smoking. And you must realize I'm speaking onto a second tape for the flying parts, because there is no sound to the flying parts. That's why you hear me talking probably in a different strength of. Well, you can see this is before the roof has been making, so I'm some of the videos are not time correct, but I don't think you will. Well, today is that was over. I was going to smoke salmon tomorrow, but I realized tomorrow will be all rainy, and today has changed to be the less rainy day. I marinated 2.5 salmon about 2 days ago. Salt, sugar, pepper, dill wheat, and I marinated for that. So it's now already salted through, and it will be more like Lachs at the moment. And I will give Marielle a piece once it's done. I'm trying to keep at least 150, not more, Fahrenheit, because I don't want it cooked. I just want it to be cold smoked, as cold as possible. And so far it seems to work well. I did the right moves, I guess. Let's hope this keeps on going like that. Well, I finally cleaned up and repainted my entrance. It was looking so bad, so many leaves. I'm happy this is done. Hello! Beautiful day today. One of the last beautiful days, and in a few days we should get snow. I'm doing my last smoking, well, maybe one more smoking after the snow. I have some pork hocks in salt right now. I might want to make some ice wine. I'm smoking salmon. I have 3 pieces of salmon, 4 pieces of salmon, and I do try to make some cheese. First time ever. We will see how that will work out. Hopefully it will work. I informed myself on Google. The important thing is to keep an eye on the temperature, because it's quite cold today. And I made the fire controlled in a metal ball and a smoke ball on top of it. Hopefully that will be enough to keep the heat, the big heat away. I also put some aluminium foil in between the smoke box and the smoker itself. Well, we'll see. 5 hours of this, then we'll see. It's November the 11th again, or still. I'm at the. It is almost 3 o'clock. That's down almost 4 hours for the smoking. I think the cheese I will take out in quite a short time, but the temperature stays just under 100 high. It's ice cold on top. That's beautiful. Perfect heat, perfect smoke bowl. It's going very well. I'm doing this year with my smoking. I have the trick. I'm in charge of everything. It is now the third one in today's smoking list. I took out the cheese. The outside was sweating a little bit. I wiped it off with a towel. This is a marble cheese, Swiss cheese, mozzarella, and this is a medium cheddar. And it looks good. It has taken a little time. Now I will wrap each one of them in saran wrap very, very closely and put them in the fridge for at least 7 days, maybe 10 days. Apparently that long it takes for the smoke that has been attached itself to the outside to work its way through and get a smooth flavor of smoke through the whole cheese. Well, here I am. Have the cheeses all wrapped. They will go in the fridge now. I just wanted to mention that those are not very expensive cheeses. They are the cheeses that were on sale in larger quantities. I just took part of them, cut them in pieces. So if it works well, then I maybe decide to buy a bit more designer cheese, a bit more expensive to smoke. But at the moment, I think this has to do. Well, I'm finished. I just brought in. It was altogether 5 hours smoke. Very raw. It's perfectly raw. Sometimes it gets a bit too much heat, so it's a little bit partially cooked. This one I took out when I took the cheese out, so I will pack them now. And this one I keep out. The others I will put in the freezer. It freezes quite nicely. A success today. Well, now you've seen the video, and There's only really one thing left. I will have to wish you all a wonderful winter, a wonderful Christmas time, great New Year. Be careful, stay safe, be healthy, and give an extra hug to your family and your loved ones. It's always good to be aware of that things are, for some people, things can change very quickly, so don't take anything for granted, have fun. I wish you all a great next year, and till I load up again, bye.